This session is for CBSE and ICSE students, those who are studying in class 9. Okay, so this session will be helpful to you for solving the problems on vertical motions. So student, today I will just discuss on solving the problem, right? How to solve the problem on vertical motions, right? So first, there is a specific theory and I will work on that with some live problem. Let's say we are throwing a ball with velocity u from these positions and ball is going up. So you know that whenever we are throwing a ball, it will stop somewhere. Like if I throw this one, it will stop here. So if I am throwing a ball from here, it will stop some height, in maximum height. In maximum height, the velocity will be 0 and initial velocity will be saying u. So initial velocity means the starting point velocity. That whenever in a game, the start time, for example, the time start, the time 0, the start time, that time velocity is called the initial velocity, and the final velocity is called the so end of the game, like end of the show. So here end of the motion, the final velocity is 0 because this velocity is going down and in the certain height the velocity will be 0. Now the question is that why this velocity is going down? Because of this equation. Because velocity is decreasing with minus gt factor. So this upward motion means we are going against the gravity. In upward motion means we are going against gravity. So in upward motion the acceleration will be minus g. The acceleration will be minus g. So what is g? You all know it's an acceleration created by the earth for the earth gravitational force. So force and acceleration, okay, like force is the here the for vertical motion, the cause is the earth gravity, like earth gravitational force, and you know that force is equal to mass into acceleration, right? So force is equal to here mg. So g is the acceleration. That's why we are seeing the acceleration due to gravity, the acceleration caused by gravity, right? So this is minus g. Whenever we are going for upward motion, g will be minus. Now the value of g, we are having 9.8 meter per second square for SI unit. For CBSE unit, it will be 980 centimeter per second square. Okay, right? So first of all, if we are focusing for any kind of upward motion, so equation of motion will be like v is equal to u minus gt. Then v square is equal to v square minus 2gh. So h is the vertical displacement, right? And h is equal to ut minus gt square. So we are replacing acceleration by minus g, right? So this is for the vertical motion in upward direction, right? So in CBSE or even ICSE different paper we are having questions like let me read a question like a ball is throwing vertically upward with velocity 49 meter per second. A ball is throwing vertically upward. The velocity at this point will be 49 meter per second, right? So let's say we thrown a ball here from this point and the velocity u will be 49 meter per second at this point. Now when it is going up, what happened? I told you that velocity will be decreasing, right? So it will goes on decrease. That means final velocity will be less than the initial velocity. Final velocity will be lesser than the initial velocity. The time more the time will go on, this minus gt factor, this will have a subtraction for the initial velocity, then v is going towards 0. At this point v will be 0, right? So now what the time? The question is that when v will be 0, that's called time of flight, time of rise, and what height it will gain when v will be 0. That's called maximum height. If we are throwing a ball upward directions, this ball will have a maximum height. After that, it will stop there. The same thing happen if you are throwing a ball. If a cricketer having a shot upward, the ball is going up and after certain height, maybe 90 meter, 100 meter, it stops. It goes rest. then again it will come down for gravity and it will slow down. That is also due to gravity, right? So gravity, Earth gravity is causing all these things. So whenever it is going up, the velocity is decreasing with this minus dt factor. So from here, if you say v is equal to u minus gt, so v is equal to 0, so u minus gt, so u will be is equal to g by t, right? If I write here, t will be is equal to, here u become gt, so t become u by g. So this is called time of rise. From this point A to point B, time of rise is u by g. So if you have the velocity u and g, you will get the time of rise. So here they have mentioned that velocity is 49 per meter. So if you put the value here, u is 49, g is 9.8. So it will be 5, right? So t will be 5 seconds. 5 seconds will be the answer. The time it will take to go up is 5 seconds. That's it. Now again, when it will come down, the same time it will take. So total time is 10 seconds. So that's called total time of flight. Now I will show you how to calculate the total time of flight, right? So for your questions, the question was that what is the time it will take to rise? So the next question is that what maximum velocity it will gain. So for that we will apply v square is equal to u square minus 2gh. So here v is 0, u square minus 2gh. So h will be equal to u square by 2g. So this is the formula to get the maximum height when you have the initial velocity with the upward directions. If you are throwing a ball with a velocity, if you have the value of u and g already provided, so h will get. So two questions answered from this formula. So this theory is very important, the particle motion theory. Now the last one is that what is the total time of flight? So what does it mean? The total time of flight means, you know, that we are starting from here, we go up max height, then we are coming down. So this total motion will take t is equal to 2u by g. Total time of flight is 2u by g. So for upward motion u by g, again for downward motion it will be u by g. The same time, and also when it will touch the ground, the velocity will be same. The velocity with which you throw, it will come back with the same velocity, right? So total time of flight is 2u by g. I believe that, you know, this session will be useful for you. The last part on how to get the 2u by g, so that I am going to show you now here. So the basic equation, you know that s is equal to ut plus half a square. From here, if I am considering the upward motion, so and what happened for me that I thrown a ball with u velocity, it goes up, reach maximum height, then again come back at this position. So when the object is come back the same position, then what will be the height? So can you take height as a 0? Yes. I thrown a ball from here, then it will come back to my hand. So if my hand, this height is an initial position, height is 0. If I am taking, it will again come back here. So height will be 0 for total time of flight. Going up, reach max height, come down, reach here, total height is 0. That means vertical displacement will be 0. Vertical displacement will be 0 because it is coming back to the same position. So I have to take h is equal to 0. So h will be here. Now this part will be negative because g is always positive in downward. So upward motion we have to take g negative in upward motion. So equation will be like, you know, h is equal to ut minus half g square. So if you are taking h as a 0, so ut minus half g square. From here you will get total time of flight t is equal to 2u by g. That's it. Okay. So this way, I believe that this session will help you to solve different problems for ICSE class 9, you know, assignment, and also ICSE, CBSE, you know, class 9. Okay. Thanks for watching. Any questions, please let me know in this session. I will get back to you. Okay. Thank you.